Hi, I'm theciaellis, and welcome to Grandma's Homestead. And guess what? It's time for another farm update, and today is the solar eclipse. And so I think I got my notice on the phone just now that it is time for it to start. So the farm update, me videoing it, is going to be kind of a long drawn out thing right now. The solar eclipse is supposed to have started. I'm hoping I can get something on camera for you to see from here. And I did this several years ago. I think they said 2017 was when the last one happened. And I wanted to see how the animals acted as it got darker and stuff. I'm northeast of Tulsa, about 40 miles. And I believe that we're supposed to get about 95 excuse me, we're supposed to get about 95% coverage here, and so we're not going to get the full solar eclipse, and I'm okay with that too, but I think it's going to be enough where it gets dark enough and all that other stuff where we can actually see a difference outside. We'll find out. Let's go see. First of all, let's start, oh yeah, I forgot, let's start with on the porch. I did manage to get this one potted up. It was in a smaller pot. And so we got some of that where at least it has more room. I think it's a chocolate mint. I think that's what that is. And the other things is just, well, some of the stuff that Kinsey has done and some gifts I had gotten from my secret sister. This is in bad shape. I think I finally decided I'm going to just rip everything out and I'm going to plant flowers. Sorry, I thought that was coming to life too. I think I'm going to rip everything out and plant different flowers. I've got all kinds of flower seeds I can put in there. We'll see how they do. We did not get our starts today. We did not do good, so we were at the store the other day and got some starts, bought some plants, and went to Stillwater Milling, and they were a lot cheaper than Walmart. Walmart was outrageous on their prices. And then I've got some potatoes here, some red potatoes I need to get into the ground. Well, I'm hoping I'm getting it, but actually I can actually see it starting, so that's very cool. I'm hoping that I'm going to get these. I've got the lens over I've got the lights over the lenses and or the camera lens, and we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to point it in the right direction. This will be neat. Here's one change that I have made. The rabbits were up there, and this one, she was being too big of a bully to the other female, and I just got tired looking at it. And she's supposed to be having babies any day. I don't know if she is or not. So I went ahead and put her down and got her a box of sorts, and all three of them have some grass that they've been working on. Woo, she's been working on hers real hard, but they've got their grass, and I got shade for each of them. A storm blew through the other night, so I had the tarp just to make sure they could stay dry if they needed to. I left it there because we got more storms that are supposed to roll through tonight. So yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna keep an eye on her for a couple of days and see. And she was the one that we put with Roger before Roger went to go live with the other lady. And so, and that, I guess it's been about 28 days, but I think this says like 28 to 35 days. So today is day 28, and we'll start watching to see if she starts showing signs of having babies. The wild blackberries are coming along. You can see the leaves, and also you can see the beginnings of blossoms. And oh yeah, some of them are even going more. I have learned that when the wild blackberries bloom, it's safe to plant your outdoor crops and there won't be any more frost. And I'll be perfectly honest, as of today or whatever, it's not showing any more frost for the next 10 days or so. So that's a good sign. This is my biggest peach tree, and I'm not seeing signs of either fruit set or blossoms very well. I'm sure as soon as I turn the camera off I will see something, but I'm not seeing too much of anything happening on this tree. I do see one way up there. I don't know if you can see, but there's a peach there. This is a different tree. I'm seeing some peaches. So we've got fruit set. That's a good sign. And this is on the next tree. There's another peach tree over here. It's probably got some peaches and stuff on it too, but I don't want to walk through that. My foot hurts today. And this pork tree keeps hanging on, but there's not much going on with it right now. I don't know. Looking sad. This is the little peach tree. Oh, look, and even that, now the vertical one is starting to leaf up. Interesting. But here's some pears. I said peach, I meant pears. These are the small pear trees. So it's getting pretty good fruit on this little thing. That's pretty cool. Poor Beethoven, he doesn't know what to think. I keep sitting down and then getting back up. Now see, this is a completely different tree that's trying to grow there. I have to get rid of that. Interesting. This is my big pear tree, and look how much smaller the fruits are. So I do have some fruit set, quite a bit, but the fruits are just considerably smaller than what was on the little tree. Hopefully, we'll keep a better eye out this year and actually get some of the fruit off of these trees. That would be nice. Oh, back to him. Poor thing. I'm out here in the middle of the day. And he wants to follow me, but he's got a lot of hair and he gets hot. All right, it's 1:14. Oh, you can still see debris on the lens. This is for these cheap little sunglasses. It's about a third of the way. It's starting from the bottom right and kind of working up toward the top left. I tried to clean the debris off, but it looks cool without the with the glasses on, I mean. But I was hoping to show you through the camera lens. Springtime in Oklahoma is always a little bit interesting anyway with the weather, because like I said, we're expecting storms tonight. So the weather the day of the storm is always just a little bit odd, a little bit different. But I am still noticing that it's starting to get a little darker out here, just not twilighty, but it's just not quite as bright. You can't tell by my shades, but I mean my glasses, but I am seeing a little bit of difference in the atmosphere. I haven't looked at it's the middle of the day. All the animals sleep in the middle of the day, so I couldn't even tell you if it affects them too much more either. But I'm noticing that the sky is changing, and therefore basically the land around it. This is that plum tree, and it was coming to life. I wonder if this last frost killed everything off on it too, or if it just finally gave up the ghost. I don't know, because even this one limb is it's just not thriving anymore. It looks like we're not going to get any plums at all. That's kind of a bummer. These were, sorry about the wind. I thought I was getting it between wind gusts. These were completely bare last time, but I'm noticing this time, and I think these are the sumac bushes. One of the types, I don't know, but they're getting some budding. If you look at those down there, they're completely covered with leaves. But then you got those down there with still got last year's fruits on them, all dried up. They haven't done too much either. Just kind of interesting. Yep, still need to move the birds. They're all kind of looking at me like, I think it's too early, but maybe she'll bring us food. We'll find out. But, yep, they're doing pretty good. They're interesting. I had been out here this morning and I got some more of this cleared, and I saw where the dogs that were getting, I don't know why that fence that was over between them was all laid over, but I got it kind of put back up a little bit, so that might help some. But I got some more of this taken down, and I've got it thrown here. Got a long way to go, but at least it's progress. My one lone turkey hen is still here, and she actually has started laying eggs. I don't know if you can see it up underneath there or not. Yeah, there's an egg up in there. I still need to find a home for her though. You know what? I'm really bummed. I think you just can't see it, not through these glasses, because honestly, it is about 3/4 of the way covered right now and looks so very cool. How disappointing. I mean, for you, it's disappointing, I think. I do have something you can see. Look how fast these guys are growing. Golly. Looking pretty good, but boy, they're messy. I move this like twice a day, and all this that you can see is the poop that they've made afterward. But I knew they were messy when I had them. I still like my ducks. And they've all been very healthy. I haven't lost a one yet. That's nice. Here's our garden. It's looking pretty good. Tom got some more grow stuff done up. This is not planted yet here, but this is. He planted some squashes here. He planted a lot more than what I thought we'll eat. And then these are some Brussels sprouts and stuff. I remember if you look a couple, 2 or 3 videos back, I had bought these. Well, rabbits are enjoying the heck out of them. In fact, there's a couple of them just completely missing. The potatoes are coming up. These are the russets that I planted. So we're getting some potatoes coming up too. I really need to weed my onions and have not done it. But these are the these are the plants that we bought at Stillwater Milling the other day, these tomato plants. And I hope to get some more. But there's a certain types that we want to find. Our seedlings didn't do so good, and so we're kind of looking around for the types that we want. Some of those onions are looking pretty good. Yep, there's some weeds there for sure though. But, and I hope you can tell, it is getting darker. That is so cool. It just feels like early evening. Cool. Well, apparently it's getting dark enough because the birds were real quiet, but now both of my roosters have started crowing, and I'm wondering that has something to do with it. I think that's interesting because it's definitely getting darker. We're still not seeing too much evidence of blackberries, of new blackberries. Tom bought some last year, and apparently they just died. This is a blackberry bush that's coming around a little bit, and this one is too. But it's actually kind of looking sad this year. And this is where I pruned this tree and pruned a few trees, but never got the branches carted off. So my elderberries are starting to look good. They're getting bigger and bigger all the time. Maybe we'll get some elderberries off of them. We've had some flowers on them in the years past, but never actually in berries, and I'm not exactly sure why on that. But maybe these are big enough that they'll start producing something. That would be nice. This is one of my apple trees. I'm seeing blossoms, but here's an apple. Here's a few little beauty apples. So maybe we're getting some fruit set on those too, because we did have a freeze a few days ago anyway, since the last video. So you wonder, this is the next apple tree. See, it's even still got some blossoms on it. So we'll see how that goes too. Maybe we will get fruit this year. I know this was the last tree over here, and it's always running behind. So maybe we'll get a real good crop off of this tree. You never know though. You just never know. Yeah, you can't tell anything from my stuff. That is actually just a little sliver. So if you want a good view of the solar eclipse, look at somebody else's videos. I tried. Oh, look at that. I turned around where you can see me, and that tells you how dark it is because I'm still out here in the full sun, and my glasses are considerably lighter. Wow, that's cool. Huh. Yep, that definitely tells you how much darker it is out here. I don't think I'm going to try to show you any more of the eclipse. I'll just look at it and enjoy it, but I think I'm going to finish up showing you the farm tour. And that is cool that my shades did that. So let's go to the vineyard and see what's happening there. I always show you the vineyard from the very first row, but let's work our way down here and look at some of the other grapevines. Man, some of them are really leafing out. Yep, they definitely need some attention too. And I'm seeing shadows. Oh, because we've got these. Can we see the birds? I got birds right above me trying to do some hunting. I can't tell if you can see them or not. And they're not very high. There's one right there. So my garlic bed looking pretty interesting, pretty good. And it's I think it's kind of interesting that these are like so far behind with leafing and stuff, and I've got so many of them that are down there in full leaves. These are chambersons up here, and those are rougeon, so that might make a difference on them too. And then look at this poor thing, it's not even doing anything at all. Usually what happens, it'll start growing at the base of it though. So yeah, see this one's doing pretty much what it's supposed to, and that's good. But yeah, see over here, here's an indication the top part of it has died, and they do that a lot here. But you can look down here and you can see where there's some more coming up from the bottom. And I try to keep those pruned back. And I can't remember if I did that. I only got half of my asparagus beds weeded. It's been a few days. I've still got the other half. yeah, I do what I can. I got the asparagus. He wasn't big enough to pick this morning because I had already been out here picking asparagus. But this is an asparagus bed. I was hoping to see one where I can actually prove it to you. We do have, here's a nice looking, it's even grown since this morning. So they've got some asparagus here, and then this is my last bed down here. And we've got asparagus on this too. So, yeah, they'll be definitely ready to pick in the morning, which is when I like to do it right after chores. Wow, it's so cool how dark it is. I mean, it's not dark, but it feels like 8 o'clock at night. And that's really interesting because I don't know, it feels like just before sunset. It's really neat. Waddle's talking to me. Everybody's coming out. Do you see that? That is Crystal back there coming out, and I'm pretty sure she's pregnant and is going to be due very soon. So that means I got to get to work and get some stuff done. It is interesting to even see how her walk has changed just in the last couple of days. I mean, look at Tinkerbell. She just, oh well, she's still running, but look at her teats. She's definitely changing. So yeah, I need to get another pig hut built. I'm going to try to get that done this week, and I've got an extra fence over there that I can put up, and I'm making some arrangements so I can get her separated. I don't know what she's doing. She's watching. These two are getting along better most of the time. This is Wilbur and Daisy. So, yep. These are my pigs, but it looks like I'm going to... Okay, so maybe they're not getting along better. Oh my gosh. What a mess. Yeah. Yeah, Daisy doesn't put too much out of him. And Beethoven, because it's cooler and he thinks it's evening, he thinks it's good to be out here now. He was confused when I first came out, and I don't blame him. But it's been interesting, and you can see, whoops, just a minute. Oops, somebody touched the fence. There is cloud cover, but it's interesting that even then you can still see the eclipse. And you see, you can't tell anything from that, but it's about 95% right now. So that's cool. It's interesting. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a better view of it, but that is what it is, I guess. It is 1:51, and it's definitely at its peak. It's for us. It is almost completely covered. There's just a little sliver showing, and that little sliver is up on the top right. So that is my eclipse for whenever we have another one again. I don't know, because the other one that I did, I think back in 2017, it wasn't a full eclipse here either. I don't remember what the percentage was. There's an old video. I'll see if I can find that video and put that in the show notes or whatever, so you can look at it. Because at that time I was wanting to see how the animals acted differently and stuff, and I don't think it was as much as what this is. I don't know. I don't remember. I'll have to look at it and find out. But this is cool. I'm enjoying this. I'm sorry I couldn't show it to you better, but like I said, at least you got to see my farm when it was not all bright and terrible and everything. You can see how my animals are doing in the eclipse. Even my trusty dog. My other dog has gotten into something dead, and she stinks, and she thinks that she wants to lay on my bed, and I'm having to keep the door closed to keep her out of it. But yeah. She stinks bad. Even Mopar's not exactly sure what to do. Well, it's a little bit after 2 o'clock. I think it's about 7 minutes after 2. And it is starting to lighten back up a little. It's still dark-ish out there. It's like dusk-ish. But I went and got my glasses and looked through them. And it has already been at its, what is it called, zenith? It's already filled up most of it, and it's starting to move on across. So now where the sun, you can see the sun is kind of in the top right, and it's moving off to the left of it. The moon shadow is moving to the left of it. So it's been interesting. It's been kind of fun. I'm not going to show you more because apparently my footage was not very good with that anyway. But I'll go out every 10 minutes or so and see how it's progressing. It is getting a little bit lighter out there already though. But it was fun to play with it and do the farm update while I was doing that. But I do want to remind you that I have two podcasts. One of them is this Grandma's Life podcast, and another one is called Books Highlighted. And the one I want to talk to you about today is Books Highlighted. And I read a lot. I love to read, and I read with a highlighter. And my problem is I still can't figure out how to get it onto iTunes. And so it's on like Fountain, and it's on iHeartRadio type thing. I don't know, something like that. One of those. So a few people can get to it. So I'm hoping one of these days I'll be smart enough to get it where you can listen to that podcast on where you usually listen to your stuff. But like I said, it's just where I highlight what I like in a book. I talk about the book a little bit. It's not earth-shaking anything. It's just something I enjoy doing. But I just want to tell you about it. It's called Books Highlighted. All right, I was going to say that's all I've got for you today, but we've got another doubleheader tonight, and with Kinsey playing softball. I'm hoping these games will be good. Those ones last week were kind of rough, but it is what it is. And it's a recreation league, so it's not a lot of competition there, I guess. I don't know, but I shouldn't say all that. But one way or another, I'm there. I'm videoing it. I'm doing what I can to help Kinsey as best I possibly can, and so I will show you some footage of those games too. No, actually I won't, because it takes too much time to do them. So I'm not going to have a sunset. This is it. That's all I'm going to give you today, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to get you all messed up. Yeah, if you want to see Kinsey's play softball, you can go to Kinsey Lackey Sports YouTube channel and look at him there. But this is it for today. It's been cool. It's been kind of neat to have this eclipse going on, and so far nobody's been raptured to the best of my knowledge. I've not heard of any earthquakes. I've not heard of anything dramatic going on. We are outside of the 100%, so maybe things are falling apart where people have the 100%, but I don't anticipate any issues with this. It was just things that people like to talk about, I guess. I don't know. One way or another, I'll get back with you next time. God bless. See you next time.